Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for National Nebraska Day.
Nebraska. That's perfect. We're trying to get in good with the Nebraska people on their special day, and you fucking that's
Nebraska
perfect.
Indians are gonna.
McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, along with our special guests Kathy Cool, Darren McLeod, and Ryan Thompson.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
Happy Nebraska Day, everyone. Seriously.
Happy
For all of our Nebraska listeners out there, we appreciate you. So, yeah.
So I do have a follower. He was born and raised in Nebraska. Robert Perez, now a California guy. Happy Nebraska Day, Robert. I do.
Happy Nebraska Day. Heck yeah.
McNew follower, David Fowler from
Kathy has small talk, but I've got a bonus one. This is from a listener. He writes in, Dear Steve, I ordered something from an online service. I was supposed to get 2 bottles, like a regular bottle to fill out an order, and then a very special bottle. And it shows up, and the receipt in there says, here's your 2 bottles, and there's only 1 bottle in there, and it's not even the good bottle. So he contacts them, and they give him another, not the same thing he ordered, but something that he felt was equivalent, nice enough. So they end up, after he pursues it, he gets them to believe it. They don't, and they send him that item. So he gets a follow-up box with that item in it. And then about a week and a half later, lo and behold, here comes a box, and it is the same thing that they sent as a we fucked up bottle. They sent him another one of those. So now he has 2 bottles. Does he keep that strategic advantage?
2 bottles of lesser?
Of lesser, but
you keep that, baby. You keep that shit. Keep it.
Keep it.
Yes.
So I had this issue with like a shoe company, like where I ordered a pair of shoes and they didn't come in time. So I asked for a refund, and then they came a week later and they said, "We're so sorry, just keep it." Because I contacted them.
But he didn't get the good shoes. He got the lesser shoes twice.
Right.
No.
He got the lesser shoes twice. Correct.
You still keep it. You still keep it. They inconvenienced you.
So what was his question?
Give it to a friend.
I don't know that we know his question.
Yeah.
What was his question?
Well, Akeley, I think
that's the question. Yeah.
Would
Would you keep it?
Experience with this stuff,
yeah.
And we sent some stuff as to a military nonprofit deal, and they got a bunch of other stuff besides our stuff. And then and the guy was like, "Dude, is this you or is this us or what are we doing?" And so, the long story short, our shipping company, our 3PL company, said they fucked up and sent out something else they shouldn't have sent out. So.
Yeah. So the same company that screwed over the listener, I happen to be familiar with this. Very similar thing happened to Rick Brenner. So Rick Brenner was supposed to get 2 bottles, and they did send the right one then. So he gets the second bottle that was left out of the first one. He gets that in the second shipment. After he complains, they send him out that second bottle. And then lo and behold, what shows up a couple weeks later, he gets the same bottle that was not in the first shipment.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, that's their F up. that's fine. It's
Rick
okay.
Brenner deserves all 3 bottles.
Right.
Yeah.
But then guess what happens? Guess what happens? Dear Mr. Brenner, in an email, we realized we accidentally sent you 2 bottles of that. Please ship back the other one. And
no, you can kiss my ass.
please ship
You'll
that
never
back,
ship back.
or we will bill
Immediately
you
now.
or we will bill you for the second one.
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Yeah. I think Brenner has. I have to ask Rick what he did with that, because he was all angry about that when that happened. I'll have to ask him what he ultimately did, because he has legal ground here. If someone sends you something, because people used to do this, they would send out shit and then they would send you a bill for it, and then be like, "Hey, by the way, you got to pay for that." That used to be a thing, and so Congress passed a law. If someone ships you something and you didn't ask them to ship it to you, you can keep it. So I think Brenner has ground to stand on there. So I don't know. We'll have to figure out I'll find out what he did, but yeah.
I would totally send them a box that looks like it had a bottle in it, and it would just be like a photocopy thing of my ass or something. Like
That
there
is
you go.
so smart.
Right.
That's smart, because I would just find out who they were and like puncture all their tires.
Basically,
If
right?
it
Keep
was
going
for
back to that,
Brenner,
Kathy.
I would just like go defile.
I don't
all
want to
their
piss
cars.
Kathy. I'll tell you what. If I go out in the parking lot one goddamn day and my tires are all been punctured, I know it's Kathy. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna come after you. You'll be getting a bill, Kathy.
Well, what have you done to anger me, Steve?
I don't know. We're deep friends. We're dear friends. But then
We are very dear
then
friends.
we're dear friends. But you punctured my tires for no reason. So yeah.
No, it isn't no reason.
Yeah.
There's going to be a good reason.
I don't know what the reason is. Maybe you're not on the top
I will
10
not
ranking
puncture
regulars.
your tires, my dear friend Steve.
That
Okay.
you only slash 1 because the insurance will pay for 4. So you just do 1 to be more inconvenient.
I don't know where you come up with that.
I'm on a weird side of TikTok sometimes, like a toxic
No, it's definitely a
like
thing.
if your ex says this, you just do
You're a weird side of TikTok.
Are we? Is this a small talk?
No,
What's
it is
the
not. It
question?
is not. That was a bonus. We're celebrating Nebraska here. These are the sort of conversations Nebraskans have. So that's why we did
We
that
gotta talk
segment.
about Nebraska a little bit.
We will. Let's not rush it here. Nebraska, another thing, they don't like you to rush the topics. They like you to get through. So that being said, I'd like to turn over to Kathy, who has her small talk segment today. Kathy, what do
So
you got?
seriously, okay.
Go ahead.
My small talk is
Yes. Go ahead. It's okay.
in Key West,
Yes.
which we are all a fan of.
We love Key West.
They recently held their conch shell blowing contest.
Wouldn't it be conch shells?
Conch shells.
Conch.
I say conch too. I probably
It's
say
conch, though. Like
Yeah, like-
conch in the head.
On March 4th, they had a contest.
Preface it by saying conch.
I would like to preface this whole discussion by saying it's conch shells.
Yeah.
And I have had conch shell meat.
Okay.
But anyway, there was a couple who did a duet of Elvis's Hound Dog
Okay.
for their conch shell contest.
Okay. Got to be careful when you're saying that. That's
Conch shell.
okay. Almost slipped into something else there. I don't want to.
I won't
Blowing
say,
cock
I'm
shell.
not
I don't
gonna
want.
say
I don't want
conch
to piss
shell.
off the Hoyles. We try to keep this
I'm
family
not going to
friendly.
say conch shell.
Okay. Cock shell. Okay.
Conch shell.
Cunt shell. No, you don't say cunt shell. That's
I don't
ridiculous.
know. Where are we going with
We
this?
don't talk like that. We don't work blue here.
Anus. Yeah.
I think that's the most offensive thing McNew ever heard on it. She almost quit the damn network because I said anus on the show once. She's rolling. I was like, oh God, oh. She's throwing it back and all this. I said
She's getting the
anus.
vapors because she's so offended. So knowing that a couple did a duet of Elvis's Hound Dog,
Okay.
I would like to know, as you're entering the conch shell blowing contest, what song are you choosing?
Okay. Conch shell blowing contest. What
mean,
song are you choosing?
Is it, I don't understand what this are you like trying to like play it like a flute or what?
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
need
would
to make
do-
a song.
I would do Barnes, Courtney, Glitter and Gold because whoever my partners would play the music, and then as we all know, if I sing that, I sound exactly like Barnes when I sing that. It is spot on. It's like, wait a minute, is this a studio recording of Barnes? It's like, no, that was just me singing live to you. So that would be I would win the contest as long as they can.
So you have other people actually doing the conch
Well,
show.
you said it was a husband and wife. That's two people there.
It's a duet.
Yeah, it's a duet. So they would be the music, and I would be the singer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve's on that. What do you guys got?
Yeah.
So,
I win. I win the
I
segment.
think
Well,
so.
I think it's a stretch. I think that's a stretch. That's all I'm saying.
If you ever hear the drumming in there, though, it's not actually drums. It's him hitting empty file cabinets. He was.
Is that so? Is that so?
Yeah, they didn't have a
I think
drum
it's
kit. They
him
didn't have a
doing
drum
a
kit, but they
slap
wanted
fight.
they wanted the primal drums. So he grabbed this empty file cabinet, and it gave a great sound. Boy, that song is just, man, it's great. Yeah,
We'll see what
Who
happens.
did
We'll
that?
see what happens there.
that's bullshit, you anus head. Go ahead, Ryan. What would be your thing? What song would you
Right?
perform on the conch?
You have to blow a shell.
Yeah.
What are you gonna blow?
Jeremy?
What? What just happened?
Right? Okay, Ryan's out. I think he's.
Don't call me out. No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Don't
No.
call
It's your
me out.
turn. It's your turn. Usually, but in other people's, it's your turn right now. What would be the song you would perform on your conch show?
Well, that's a long story, but if I'm gonna go a little
Yeah, that's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's not bad, Ryan. That's not bad.
So I
Ryan's
think
winning so
I'm going Led Zeppelin. That's where I'm going.
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin what? That's a band. You have to pick a
Right.
song.
Nope, not gonna pick it. Not gonna pick it on. Nope.
He's gonna do their entire catalog. I mean, I started Led Zeppelin 1 and then just start playing the whole thing. Yeah.
And you won't lose the contest. It's
No. Yeah. Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
he's got it. It's fine.
Okay.
So I think you have to play something that's familiar, right? Because it's going to be a little off.
Glitter and Gold by Barnes Courtney.
No, I'm going to go Fat Bottom Girls. Fat Bottom Girls.
You have to know who sang it.
Who sang it, McNew?
Queen.
Okay.
But I like
Queen's
the
a
way
band, though. That's not a singer. Who was the singer?
Freddie Mercury.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's better than I thought you'd do.
No, I like that song, and we make the world.
Tony Vitale got so drunk, he didn't think anybody ever heard of Joan Jett. He's like,
What?
I know. He's like, I know who she is because I worked in a record store for 10 years, but no one else knows this woman. I'm like, every single person knows who Joan Jett is. Everyone. He's like, what about a kindergartner? I'm like, okay, maybe a kindergartner doesn't know who Joan.
No,
But
so
anybody
Here's
who's
what I can tell Tony Vitale about Joan Jett. She played Leather Tuscadero on the Happy Days.
no, she didn't.
Yes, she did. Leather Tuscadero.
I'm not
I gotta
arguing.
check that.
I don't care.
I gotta check that.
Oh, I don't know.
Who
But-
played Pinky Tuscadero?
Pinky Tuscadero was
Is that
was not Joan Jett, and she was taken out by the Malachi Crunch.
Well, the
Right.
Machi Crunch did her in. She died that
I
episode.
like this conversation. Darren, what are you playing?
I don't like
So-
this conversation.
everyone's trying to Hopefully find out like what other people would want. Fuck other people. I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm gonna have a fun time.
Don't worry,
So
be
I
happy.
was thinking-
Bobby McFerrin.
I was thinking February 28th by Co Wetzel.
Yeah!
Just because
Oh,
it would be so fun to be up there
Conch shell,
playing a
though.
conch shell. I could see me doing it, so that would be my choice.
Oh,
Can
Oh.
you repeat it because Steve was talking over you? And I
Cole
couldn't
Wetzel. Yeah.
Daddy, I fucking
Oh.
yes.
February
okay.
28th, 2016 is the name of the
I
song.
saw him last night. I was
Mm.
oh god, it was so good.
Isn't this
So
the
that-
one that
that'd
kicked
be
you
my
out
answer.
for being a super fan, Darren? That you just pleased there? That's good.
No. Darren is A1 super fan right now because he likes Co Wetzel. Just put him at the top of the fucking list.
Oh, he's at the top.
Oh,
of
you
the-
voted him out,
Yeah, you
McNew.
voted him out, McNew.
That was
You're like,
you.
like, I don't even know who he is. Why is he even on here? I don't like this name, Darren McCraw.
See, I'm
And
coming back with
What
vengeance.
was-
I'm making myself known.
All right, all right. Kathy, you asked the question. What's the answer here?
3 blind mice.
Well, that's like a child song.
I learned it on the recorder.
That's
I
not
think
gonna
I can
win.
do it. I
That's
think
not gonna
I can
win.
be affluent.
I think Ryan's going to win with his full Led Zeppelin catalog.
And also, once that was said, I'm not winning. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to play a whole catalog. I don't have time for that.
Oh, imagine Cashmere on Ryan on the conch
know.
shell. Dun-dun-dun.
It's very much repeated over and over and over.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Ryan's the winner.
Ryan wins Lemon Song. I mean, it's all going to be there. It's all going to be there.
About time. About time.
There you go. There you go. On that
Prize
note,
for this contest?
it is time to drink. Time to drink. That's just the accolades. That's the prize. What's everyone drinking? Let's start with Kathy Cool.
Oh, okay. I'm going to open up a Wilderness Trail,
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay. She's got a full glass there. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Okay. Very good. Very good. Could be enough. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Next up is going to be Ryan.
Oh,
Nothing.
Oh. It looked like it should have been so
I
good.
popped
Is that
it
the-
earlier. I just popped it. Fuck it.
Dickel collaboration, 3-chamber collaboration. So, yeah.
no, we have to hear you.
He
Go
did it.
for
He did it. Didn't make any noise.
He
Yeah.
did.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's embarrassing. All right, McNew, you're next. Kathy's got the lead.
This was an ABV Network barrel shop, the Limousine Rye, where I broke this cork at least 10 times. So I took it out with my my corkscrew tonight. So I already did it because it got stuck. So
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
So
but I think
tasty.
it's a bottle kill at this point.
Yeah. Blue Run. Blue Run.
So tasty.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, it's more than no.
Blue-
But
Blue Run Reflection Series 1.
That's
Oh, yeah,
right.
that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Series 1, folks.
That's right.
All right. Wow. I was like, I was
We
working
gotta
a
kill it.
combination lock
Once you
there.
got there, it was good.
Didn't you hear? It was like a combination lock. I had to put it like 18 to the left, 34 to the right, then back to 16. To
Did
Kathy
you kill
said
it? Did you kill it?
I don't know. Is that? I mean, I already got this
I mean,
one.
that's a Demetrius kill.
Yeah. No, I don't
That's a
think I'm.
Demetrius kill.
I'll fill up the glass. It's not gonna. It's not. It's still gonna be some left in there. So.
Okay.
Now, you know what I'll do? Now I'll take this to the heel party. So let's that. So now I'm going to take that to the heel party now. So there you go. I'll have a glass and a heel. Glass and a
Be
heel.
at the heel party.
All right, Darren, what do you got, man? Your last but not least.
I got a little bit of Deer Hammer straight bourbon whiskey, pork steak thick from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Oh, that's tasty.
Okay. Nothing
I
there.
heard
though.
nothing.
Nothing there. Kathy wins. Kathy wins. Cheers, gang.
yes.
All right. Kathy was too busy applauding herself to cheers there. So, okay.
Yeah, it was.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're celebrating National Nebraska Day. Man, this is exciting. We woke up this morning and we just had a smile on our faces knowing it's National Nebraska Day. We'll talk about that after the break. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Mudcat Mike from MB Rollin Distillery. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for National Nebraska Day.
Nebraska.
Nebraska Day.
Close enough, McNew.
Yeah, let me preface that by saying it's Nebraska, not Nebraska. Yeah.
Nebraska. Whatever. It's a state it's a fucking flyover state. As somebody
Oh,
from
that's real nice.
Oh,
They're
my
listening.
God, I love McNew.
I am.
They're
all our
listening to
fans
this
in
right now. It's like,
Nebraska.
oh, it's exciting because they're talking about us today. And then she's like, it's a flyover state. That's nice.
It's not a flyover state because you don't have to fly over it to get anywhere. Like it's just
Yeah.
I drove through it to get to Colorado.
We're a cornfield
I don't.
state. So are you, baby? We're
Well, I was taking
I'm
the
not
scenic
hating
route.
you. I'm not
Okay.
changing.
Scenic route. Okay.
We're one of the
I have
same.
so many facts about
All right.
Nebraska.
Let's hear some Nebraska facts. What do we got? What do we need to know about Nebraska?
All right. Do you want to start with the fun stuff? Let's start with the fun stuff.
Let's start with some fun stuff. Yeah.
If you go to Nebraska, you can find not only the largest ball of stamps, but the
Just
U.S.
ball of stamps.
Sure. The smallest U.S. city that has 70 people in it, and they have maintained that population over many decades.
Ow.
Isn't there cities with less than 70? I don't.
There's an incorporated city in Nebraska that has one person.
Okay.
She is their post office. I think she's like their sheriff. I can give her anything,
Like she's
I'm
like
gonna call her their mayor,
Like
their
she
The queen.
does-
The Queen. Yeah.
queen.
Yeah.
One person in an incorporated area of Nebraska, but they have the U.S. smallest city of 70 people.
Okay. Okay. One person though in that one area. Yeah, I'd like
Yeah.
to talk to her. So let's get her on the show.
I don't
If you can
get
figure out who that one person is, I want to have her on the show and ask her what.
I'm
that's
going to work on that.
Okay.
she's too busy being queen and stuff. I don't think she's
Yeah,
gonna have time.
that's
But we
true.
can try.
That's true.
running her cat.
Does she like whiskey or no?
She does. She's a
She
whiskey
does.
fan. Yeah.
Because she's like 100.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
only thing keeping her alive is whiskey.
Is the whiskey. It holds us together. Okay. All right.
There's
What
an
else you got, Kenny?
interesting rule in Nebraska that I
Okay.
want to tell you about.
Okay.
If you sell beer, you
Yes.
must also sell soup.
What?
Because while they are waiting for your soup to burble into
Little
soupishness,
chicken noodle Budweiser.
you get to drink beer.
So
So like all the bars, you go get a beer and you can have a bowl of soup. That's
Yes.
awful. Like
Yes.
of all the bar snacks, that's the worst.
Yes.
if I had the ABV Barrel Shop in Nebraska and I also was going to add beer, I'd have to have hot soup available for people.
So if you're going
Not
to
even
be
cans?
a beer server in Nebraska, you must
I'm buying.
also offer a soup.
What the hell?
Wait, this is
Nebraska, do better.
Finds the soup though.
They're mining people.
Do
They
better,
need
Nebraska. Do better.
know.
Get off the soup train.
I don't like it.
Yo,
Okay.
what
Better
defines
news.
the soup though?
I don't
Um,
like
Milk a soup?
How would I define soup?
It has to be warmed up, I'd say. That's
I
key.
would say it's a hot liquid with maybe.
What if it's the
some
gazpacho,
nutrients in it.
though? They always
It's
get you with the
better-
gazpacho.
Gazpacho exists.
Yeah. It's that's where they get you. Like, it has to be hot. And they're like, gazpacho. And you're like, no! God damn
Just
you.
I
saying.
believe
Just
liquid
saying.
with something else in it, it is a soup. So like melted ice cream that was chocolate chip ice cream is a
No,
soup.
it's soupy, but it's not soup.
It's a soup.
All of it. I don't want it.
Did you know that I'm going to talk over you and tell you that Kool-Aid was invented in Nebraska?
That's pretty cool. So
Oh,
there you
that's
thank you,
cool. That's a
Nebraska.
fun fact.
Wait,
It's like-
what?
So if you're a museum,
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid
was
man,
invented in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That's
Kool-Aid was invented in Nebraska.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. Now, in St. Louis, Kool-Aid with sugar already in there was invented because when I was a kid, my buddy Mike Baker said they should put the sugar in there already. That way you don't have to do it. And they had one of these, you got a business idea? Call this number and we'll tell you how to bring it to life.
So
he
your
calls the
friend
number.
invented that.
My buddy Mike Baker calls the number. He's a little kid, he's a fourth grader or whatever. He calls the number and says, "Hey, I got that. You take the Kool-Aid, you put the sugar in there." Like, that's a stupid idea. And I'll be goddamn if the next year Kool-Aid didn't have the fucking sugar in the package.
so
The big jumbo.
yeah,
Oh, fuck it. Baker's been about
yeah.
Baker's 52 years old or 55 years old. He's pissed off about this.
Yeah.
He could have had millions. He could have had Kool-Aid money.
Millions.
Oh, yeah.
I have a Nebraska fact that
Okay.
is
Go
an
ahead.
interesting one.
Go
So they
ahead.
take pride in like their big universities called the Corn Huskers. Everything's corn in Nebraska.
Corn Huskers, yeah.
Fun fact: they do not grow of all the states in America. They do not grow the most corn.
I wouldn't
Third
think
on
so.
the list.
Indiana.
No,
Iowa,
no.
which is
Ooh.
much smaller,
Iowa.
grows about 1 million.
Iowa is the
corn.
corn hub of the world. Iowa.
No, fuck Iowa. Indiana. We have the
No,
best.
not
Oh,
Indiana.
Iowa's growing some good corn.
Oh,
Iowa
boy.
knows good corn.
Indiana.
Yellow dent number 2.
Yeah,
I'm
that is
so proud of Nebraskans to put their whole heart into this thing that they can't even do the best. You know what type of person that takes? That is like a high class person to be like.
It
"You
seems
know
like
what?
they could
We
do better
love
at
corn,
rye.
and
It's
our
so
thing."
cold in Nebraska.
We,
Yeah.
we have an amusement park in Indiana that has a crow as a mascot that says there's more than corn in Indiana, and they advertise this shitty amusement park on a nice lake. We have that. We have that. There's more than
Santa
corn in
Claus.
Indiana.
Don't you have Santa Claus?
The Santa Claus is down south. This is like I forgot what the lake.
Santa Claus is in the good part of Indiana. Yeah,
No, it's down south.
that's the good part of Indiana. Yeah,
it's
the rest of
not.
it's shite, but the Santa Claus area is good. Yeah.
No, it's not. No,
Yeah.
if you're from Central Indiana, we don't go there.
I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
to stop all
That's
this
good.
conversation to tell you that the Reuben sandwich was invented in Nebraska.
No, it wasn't.
It's not German.
I think
thought
that.
it was from Germany.
That's made up.
That's on
Nebraska.
the. Do you know that they have a largest ball of stamps and
You already said that one. Now you're in the.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah, I did know that because I learned it earlier in the show. Yes.
they have car hinge.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
Like, okay, what is car hinge? Is that not like the
It's
Cadillac?
Stonehenge.
It's
but
kind of like the Cadillac
Cars.
Ranch.
Is it
Cadillac Ranch in Texas. Yeah.
So what is it? Not the Cadillacs? though?
No, it's not.
It's worse.
The Cadillacs are good because they're like partially buried. These are like
They're-
full cars that are upright and that. So yeah.
Okay, do you guys want to know about the famous people that came from Nebraska?
Well, I do. Well, we want to let Kathy finish out her list. Maybe she's got more stuff. I don't know.
We had a president that was born in Nebraska.
Gerald Ford.
Who?
Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford. Okay. Huh. I didn't know that. See, I always think of him as a Michigan
See,
guy.
and Steve and I are the only people on this podcast who remember Gerald Ford.
Sure, of course. I remember
I
Gerald
like-
Ford.
I remember Gerald Ford.
Oh, do you?
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I remember learning about him in history class.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
History. In
Because
history.
you're
yeah.
23.
Yeah,
you.
yeah. It's just okay. Fair enough. All right. Warren Buffett's from Omaha.
He is.
He's
was
a Nebraska
born
guy.
Bob Gibson is, I
So is
believe.
Malcolm
Yeah, Bob
X.
Gibson. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bob
Malcolm
Gibson.
so
X was also
So all
from
the
Omaha.
famous people I found from Nebraska
Okay.
is that born in Omaha. Apparently, Omaha is like the only city.
Only city where everyone's born. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
apparently,
It's not
everyone.
it's
Omaha.
not the capital.
No.
It's not. Lincoln is, but apparently everybody's born in Omaha. And being from Indiana, all I know about Omaha is like fucking Peyton Manning being like Omaha when he was doing his shit.
That's true. That's true. That was always his call, Omaha. Yeah.
Omaha's a really good zoo. I know that. I don't
Okay.
know
All
much
right.
else.
Any other famous
Not as
people?
good
like
as
them?
the St. Louis Zoo.
I think we need to tap it out. Fucking
Yeah.
all
So-
day.
Famous people, Fred Astaire, he was born in Omaha.
Okay. Okay.
Fred Astaire. Marlon Brando.
Marlon
So-
Brando.
Apparently, this state breeds like hot, attractive people that said, "Get me the fuck out of here. I gotta be like talented. Get me the fuck out of here."
Right.
That is what Nebraska does. Is
That's
breed
what they do.
talented people that
No,
give a
no
fuck.
famous females. Everyone's been male so far. Any famous
Hillary
females?
Swank. Hillary Swank was
Hillary
born in
Swank.
Omaha.
Yeah.
Hillary Swank.
How's she doing these days? I don't hear much from her.
I think she just had like a kid or something. Nicholas Sparks, the novelist Nicholas Sparks, who writes about the fucking South, the Carolinas. How the fuck did he come from Omaha? He did. You guys got Nick Nolte, Sting.
Nick Nolte. Sting.
Was born in
Sting.
Omaha.
Sting?
I thought he was born in England.
Yeah,
Sting was born
Oh, he's
in
fucking born in
England.
Nebraska. Yeah.
Nebraska.
It's the same thing,
Sting
Steve.
is not from Nebraska.
He is.
And apparently he's from
No.
Nebraska. No.
No.
I would have thought England, but I believe it because
No.
McNew told me. So yeah.
No. No.
Google it. Google it. Where was Sting
No.
born? Google it
No.
right now. Where was Sting born?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Googling it.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get the final word. McNew says Nebraska. I
Oh,
said
it
England.
does say
McNew has never been wrong once.
I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but when I searched famous people from Nebraska, I got Sting. He showed up on the list. The list could be wrong. Okay,
Maybe
Well,
he had a concert in Nebraska.
maybe
He was
maybe
not born there.
not a big one there. Okay, take Sting off of that. But L. Ron Hubbard,
Oh no, we put him in there.
Hubbard,
Yeah, he was
The
born in England, as I
father
said.
of Scientology.
Scientology, the father of
Goddamn
Scientology was born
I'm
in-
still stung by the Sting comment.
no. Okay, so
It's
here's
false
something
information.
Sting was
Facebook will probably ding us for this episode. They'll be like, the Bourbon Daily gets taken down. Facebook is the world's police at this point.
Yeah.
They took
But it's
that
funny you
out
called
of my
them the
shop.
police.
Yeah, because
Sting was in the police.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna put in Sting, Nebraska, because he legit showed up like he was born there.
He seems very Nebraska-ish to me.
But I was
so,
looking for born there people. So.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Preface this by saying you didn't do a whole lot of good research. but,
I
yeah.
tried. I was trying to work today. Like my job found out I was smart, so I have to do real work. So I kind of have to sidetrack this. But like,
Yeah, they found out you're no longer the personality hire. You're actually intelligent. So.
it's fucking shitty.
And you're mad. And you're mad about it.
I am mad about that. Oh wait, no. So Sting Soccer was Nebraska, not Sting the Sting.
A soccer club
Yeah.
or the musician. What? One of them was born in Nebraska. Jesus Christ,
We're
McNeil.
still recording. This is your show, Steve Akeley.
Yeah, this is what the masses want.
No, this is Ryan's show.
Yeah,
I thought we've been over this.
He's the captain
Ryan.
now. Ryan's the captain now.
Ryan, what's
I have
you?
nothing to do with it.
I
I think Ryan is checked out.
Yeah.
feel
Ah.
like
I'm
this
still here.
is Ryan's state. So what do you know about Nebraska? You're closer than I am.
I'm going to back up Ryan and I'm going to tell him that the Oto Indian word for Nebraska means flat water.
Flat water. Okay.
Flat water.
Because they
What
have
does
lots
flat
of
water
swamps.
mean? Yeah, what does flat water mean?
Water without ripples.
It's
Mhm.
not.
They have lots of
Waves.
swamps and cranes. I know that, but like,
Well,
you can go up to Nebraska and watch like 10,000 cranes sit in a field. It's like a thing. It's
That's
their
like-
number one tourist attraction.
That's the number one tourist attraction. That's better than
They're
Yeah,
the
no,
Carl
that's
only
the world famous tour or
state
anything.
in the
Yeah.
Union that has a unicameral house. They
What
have
is a
one
unicameral
chamber.
house? What's a-
Unicameral. That means they do not have a House and a Senate. They have one unit.
so they call it
There are
Unit-
only 14
unicamel
people.
toe? Unicamel toe?
Oh.
What is it?
Yeah, I think it's unicamel toe, Steve. There's a whole website devoted to them. It's called unicametal. No, it's not. So
I'm going to
went
watch some
New York.
videos. That's all
I
I'm
have a
doing.
side story. Wait, I have a side story.
Oh,
I
I just
went
found
to
something
New
in my
York-
beard.
I went to New York
Might
City.
have been a snack from the other day. What is this?
I went to New York
Oh,
City
look
with
at
some of
that.
my girlfriends.
That's a snack. Oh, sorry.
Am
Go
I
ahead.
telling my story?
Yeah.
I went to New York
Not
City
very
with
well, but
some
go
of
ahead.
my girlfriends, and it was probably in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're in New York City. Our friend lives here. We're going to go to the Statue of Liberty. She's
Okay.
like, I've seen the Statue of Liberty. Fuck you guys. I'm not going.
You didn't go.
Like,
Okay.
you're coming. She's like, no, I'm not going. So she came with us to the Statue of Liberty, and we're on the ferry.
Okay.
And there is a young woman there
Okay.
whose camel toe looks painful.
Like it has a camel toe. The camel toe had a camel toe. It was so big.
Like,
Girl,
it was
no,
painful.
girl, you gotta feel that at some point, right?
Like, we're like, oh, she can't afford pants
Yeah.
that might fit her. And so we're all like making
Yeah, but she
signals.
wouldn't pick up on that? You were trying to signal her and she wasn't picking up on it?
Yeah, like your pants don't fit.
Well, she's on a boat at that point. Once she's on the ferry, it's not
Yeah,
like they
like-
sell new jeans.
About it though.
The last thing she wanted to hear was words from you. Like it was I got myself into the situation. I know what I did. Just
Right.
shut up. Stop making hand
I'm
signals.
camel toeing hard here, woman. Just leave me the fuck alone. She's like, yeah.
Maybe it satisfied her. It was
I don't know.
nicely tight.
That's
Do you feel like they gotta know, right? Like,
You would think.
no.
How did we get here? How did we
I
get here?
don't know how this went.
I don't know.
damn you, Nebraska. This is
Nebraska.
why you shouldn't get Nebraska Day.
It's all Nebraska Day.
Oh,
So there
I
you go.
got-
On that
I
note,
have a problem about
I got
the show,
about-
Steve.
But I love
Okay.
you to death. Thank you.
yeah.
We're
What's your
celebrating
problem?
Nebraska Day, but we didn't celebrate St. Louis Day.
I don't know when that is.
So we don't know that
314
day.
day. 314 day.
Oh,
Well, Ryan just left.
He checked out.
Bye, Ryan.
He checked out a while ago, folks. It's okay. Yeah.
it really is okay.
Yeah, I think he probably passed out at this point. So it's for the best. It's for the best. For safety purposes. Yeah.
We're lucky we
All
got
right.
him through 5 shows.
Yeah. Well, so there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram at the Bourbon Adventures and every so often at the ABV Barrel Shop.
All right, Kathy.
You can find Ryan at 10th Mountain and
10th MT and Whiskey Mountain on the socials.
Well, that's good. That was a good plug for him.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're trying to help Ryan.
Figure it out.
You can just find me on KK Cast Strength. And if you're an Albanian man looking for a wife, no thank you.
Somebody reach out today and yeah,
Thank you.
10 people did. Okay, fair enough. All right, McNew, how about you?
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.